Right, so I'm back with another episode of Fallout 4 Battles. In the last episode, we saw weaponized Nuka-Cola. This episode, though, is going to be a very special one. Just in time for the presidential election, I got out the time machine. This is going to be Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton. Instead of fighting it out at the polling stations, they're going to be fighting it out in my arena. Because counting bullet holes is a lot more exciting than counting votes. We're going to find out once and for all who will make the superior president. This should be quite the show. Well, starting off this battle, we can see that Hillary just pulled out a minigun from nowhere, seemingly. I'm not sure where she took that thing away. Donald went for the Fat Man, which is a very good choice. The minigun, not so much. That thing is kind of a pea shooter, but she makes up for it by using plasma grenades. Now, it seems like both of these presidential candidates are rather resilient. Hillary Clinton being able to survive multiple mini-nuke hits, and Donald's taking those 5mm rounds to the chest like a champ. I mean, there is a lot of Donald blood on the floor right there, but he's undeterred, determined to win this election. The question, though, is, will he? Or will Hillary? This is truly the most exciting presidential debate I've ever seen. Primarily because I haven't actually seen any. But if they were like this, I'd watch them, definitely. Right, Hillary is limping, right? Just taking another nuke hit like it's nobody's business. Will she win? That is the question. She suddenly stopped firing. She's limping left. She's firing her minigun sideways, curving the rounds. A very interesting tactic. Will it work, though? Apparently not, because she's dead. And Donald is just casually walking off. Well, that was a very exciting presidential battle right there. Hillary tried, but in the end, Donald just came out on top. But we can't just leave it at this. We gotta amp it up just a tiny bit. So for this presidential election, I also got out the cloning machine, so we're going to be stacking 51 Donald Trumps up against 51 Hillary Clintons to once and for all find out who is the toughest candidate. This should be quite the show, again. And thus the second presidential battle of this year begins. Camp Hillary just pulled out a bunch of assault rifles. Apparently, these clones are not quite as resilient as the original ones. Also, we brought Hillary back to life. But we can see that the Donalds are just charging straight up there with their double-barrel shotguns and being flung out of my stadium by these plasma grenades. Trump is still firing nukes at Camp Hillary. Hillary is firing back with her minigun. Her clones are just sort of standing there doing not much of anything. Very interesting tactic right here. Donalds are just being exploded left, right, and center, being flung across the stadium, over the stadium. Man, it is just a red fucking mess on my floor right now, but who is going to win this battle? Apparently, it's Camp Hillary. So this means the battle is inconclusive. Also, Camp Hillary is attacking my floor right now for just no apparent reason. I guess she hates tropical rainforest wood. See, I'm not quite sure what to make of this. One-on-one, Donald definitely took the victory. But I guess the Clinton cloning program is superior to the Donald cloning program. But we can just see a bunch of dead Donalds on my floor. They look so peaceful. But also a bunch of dead Clintons, so the Donalds definitely inflicted some heavy casualties here. But it was not enough. But I guess I better take the bits of Donald and the Clintons back to their timeline before I break the space-time continuum. Yeah. But anyways, if you got any suggestions for any future battles, be sure to post them in the comments, and I will see you in the next episode.